Hi, and welcome to another Torah lesson live from Jerusalem. My name is Rabbi David Katz, and today we're going to talk about what is the Torah and what does the Torah want from us. A lot of people, especially online, and pretty much like a new student in yeshiva, a Baal Tshuva, someone that comes from a non-Talmudic background, which kind of by definition has to be a Baal Tshuva, or someone in the Kiruv movement, because the yeshiva world is generally born into the yeshiva, and people that are in the yeshiva world generally aren't Baal Tshuvas. They can be Baal Tshuvas, but I'm saying there's an approach. There's the yeshivish approach and the kind of off-the-street, Kiruv, outreach, surface level, dealing with people on the periphery approach. And there are two different schools of thought as to what does the Torah want from us. Again, the more yeshivish approach, the more inside approach, versus the coming in from the outside, what we hear about on the surface level. Does the Torah want us to be a good person? Is that what the Torah is about? Or is there a deeper message in the Torah? For example, the Vilna Gaon school of Talmudics and oral Torah and what does the Torah want from us is mochin, the intellect. But not intellect that you would call it like smart or bright, intelligent. Mochin is the Hebrew term for that, but it has a slightly different nuance. I don't know how you would translate it. It's more like it's raw intellect. It doesn't really translate as intellect. Loosely, you would call it wisdom, and anyone that knows what wisdom truly is would understand it doesn't mean smart or intellect. It's more about a deeper understanding of anything in life. Right? You could be the not so brightest person in the world. Let's say an expert fisherman. Let's make his name Bob. He's uneducated, hasn't been to school, he's been fishing since he was a kid. You could talk to Bob about the insights of how to catch a fish. Bob would blow your mind, right? He would tell you, don't fish over here, go over there, and do the line this way, and do the bait that way. Bob isn't too bright, according to our analogy, but he's got tons of wisdom. See how it's intellect, but he's not intellectual. Yet Bob could have a whole discussion about life with you. Whereas the more surface Judaism approach is about being smart, being intellectual. Well, Rashi says, Art Scroll says. But then they take the approach and say the Torah is only a book that wants you to be a good, moral, and ethical human being. Right? Jewish ethics versus Jewish brain power. These are the two schools of thought, Vilna Gaon school versus the kind of neo-Hasidic school. Meaning the Hasidic movement that opposed the Vilna Gaon school of thought, I wouldn't call today any of the advocates of these two schools a proper Vilna Gaon follower or a proper Baal Shem Tov follower. And I don't even know if it actually meant that back then in the 1700s when they fought this. But it's become categorized as such. I think it's much more detailed and nuanced to boil it down to a follower of the Vilna Gaon versus the Baal Shem Tov. In fact, I'm a big fan of the Baal Shem Tov and Hasidus. I just think that the Hasidic movement has been hijacked in terms of how it's perceived and labeled on the outside. Same thing with the Vilna Gaon movement. People think it's an anti-Kabbalah movement or an anti-Hasidic movement. Both perceptions have been skewed. So let's stay away from those labels. Let's call it Bobism. People that talk about the deeper insights of life, and people that think that the Torah is about ethics and morals. Does the Torah want me to be a good person? Simple as that. And then they would advocate that it's best to convert to Judaism because only the Torah and through Torah Judaism can we strive to reach the fulfillment of mankind of becoming a good person. Versus being like Bob. The Vilna Gaon, even though I said I'm not going to use labels, he does teach the essence of Bob. He teaches that the essence of Torah Judaism is mochin, and that we are to receive deeper mochin. So for everything that we are Bob in our lives, whether it's fishing, changing the wheel on the tire, cooking a meal, playing football with our kids, learning a page of Talmud, everything should be done. I guess, you could call mochin profound. Bob doesn't just catch fish. He does it in a profound way. We don't just play football with our kids. We do it in a profound way. Whereas the non-profound way is simply saying and making it trite, we are to be good people. Vilna Gaon doesn't not want you to be a good person. He wants you, though, to be a profound person. This is how I would translate mochen as I'm thinking out loud. The Kabbalistic practice and discipline is a discipline and practice that wants you to be profound. It demands excellence of your mind coming into your body, which will make you a better person. All the way down to your physical actions, which is the mitzvahs and the midot, and making everything about your behavior and personality and connection to God profound. This is a path of excellence versus a path of shunning and avoiding excellence. The Torah wants us to have mochen. And again, that's the Vilna Gaon school of thought, which most people don't realize that's what the Vilna Gaon school of thought is. And the opponents of that, which people think that it is a school of Hasidic thought. And again, historically, it used to be, but I don't even think it was, not really. I think that was always the surface, shallow take on it. But again, today in the online world, it's become the school of thought that we are to become good people as opposed to profound people. When we become profound, the Vilna Gaon quotes a verse from the Torah that is what it is to be in a light to the nations. A light in the eyes of the nations as they will see a profound person or a profound people. And they will say, that is the nation that God gave the Torah to. That is what we strive to be like. So if you want to stick out, if you want to be a light to nations, if you want to be what God intended man to be, you will become profound. You will become a person of excellence. Running from profound ideas and concepts and running from excellence is not what the Torah had in mind. So proper Torah scholarship, proper Talmudic scholarship will turn your mind, body, spirit, everything that we can put in those blanks, mind, body, spirit, emotional, psychological, mental, emotional, whatever word you want to use will become profound. Whatever you engage in will become profound. The moral of the story is be more like Bob. Don't be like those people that are against Bob. Bob is profound. Bob wants profound in the world. He views his relationship with God in a profound way. Bob is not a perfect person, but Bob is profound. In fact, we call Chachma, or wisdom, the higher chesed, the higher kindness. By being ultimately profound, you will be ultimately kind. And kindness will permeate the rest of the traits, making your behavior, your midot, your actions, your mitzvah observance, your overall Judaism and Torah study extremely profound. The moral of the story is be like Bob and don't be like those people that are not like Bob. Be like Bob. You could argue this teaching, if what you say is true, is not so profound. And I hear that. But this is a trite little Facebook nugget, YouTube nugget, going online, addressing a simple question. What is the Torah's mandate for mankind? Is it to be a good person? Or is it to be something else, i.e. in this case, a profound person? By definition, profound will never sound profound. It's when you dig in and meditate and study the texts, mainly of the oral Torah, which come from the written Torah, and when you combine the two Torahs together and you discuss Torah on a profound level, you'll gain revelations in Torah that are profound. Oftentimes these revelations can't be shared, written down, translated, because they're in your mind. Bob can't convey to you the profound nature of fishing unless you are prepared to sit with Bob and have a profound discussion. With that said, I urge you and encourage you to join GetSoulStrong.com, where we have profound discussions every day. Members will tell you and share with you their profound journeys, their profound insights into Torah. We have a chat room and a webinar open every Israeli morning, Sunday through Thursday, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., where we invite the public to join us for profound discussions. And GetSoulStrong.com has undergone a radical design change makeover in the external. GetSoulStrong.com features for its members a video library, live classes in Israeli prime time, and the live discussions in Israeli mornings, American prime time. So head on over to GetSoulStrong.com and join us and let's bring the profound Torah out of Zion as God prescribed in the Torah. And at the same token, let's be good people. But let's not lose sight that being a good person means that you have to be profound, and the Torah that God gave to Israel is guaranteed to make you profound. To the only people it's not profound are to those that shun being profound and avoid excellence. The Torah wants excellence, and to me, in my opinion, I believe it's correct, but there are those that oppose, that is the message of the Vilna Gaon, however he was taken or understood historically in context. As a student and follower of the Vilna Gaon teachings, that to me is the message of the Vilna Gaon, one that is taken up by Brisk and the School of Brisk, and it's one that I hope to share with you on our journey as we grow closer in our relationship to God and bring the light, the profound light of God and Torah into this world. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this nugget. This has been another live nugget broadcast to you live from Jerusalem.